West to World of Sports, ahoy! How's everybody doing? Jaden Morris and Mookie, ahoy there. Early birds in the chat. You know what they say, the early bird catches the worm. How good was that game just before, by the way? I would like to go on record for those who joined the stream last night, right before the Broncos-Dolphins game. You might have caught me say that the Dragons are going to beat the Melbourne Storm this weekend. Now, I said it with very little confidence, but I still said it. And I was riding the Dragons all the way home there in that game. And, of course, they did end up getting the job done. 96 people in the Waste of World of Sports tipping contest. And I was one of only 4 that picked the Dragons to get the job done there against the Melbourne Storm in the earlier game. Really wish I had the opportunity to stream it, especially considering things went my way. But that's always the way it goes, right? I talk about all these things, and then the one time that I am unable to cover the game live, that's the time that it all works out and goes exactly as I predicted. Thank you very much over there on TikTok for the Heart Me. Let's extend the screen a little bit so I can see Damo, the TikTok King 1.0. Thank you very much for the Heart Me and the bracelet. Very much appreciate that. Wasted World of Sports, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook, and live on Twitch. Kyle Williams. Okay, so now that I've just talked myself up as one of only 4 out of 96 people in the Wasted World of Sports tipping contest that backed the Dragons to beat the Storm, I'm now on the spot in this game. Okay, I can tell you live on the record, right here, right now, the Cowboys to get their first win of the season. Cam 651, you've got warts on your private parts. Any remedies? Well, sorry to hear that. But yeah, I'm sure there's definitely treatments. There's creams and ointments and such that you can get from the chemist that will fix that right up. I hope that helps. I always love when people put questions in the chat room that they assume is going to make me feel awkward. It's very hard to make me feel awkward. Sean Nickera, ahoy, mate. How you doing? As kickoff is underway in this one, the Cowboys versus the Raiders. I'm all locked in. Cowboys to beat the Raiders. It's going to happen. I just wonder if the Raiders are going to be able to cope with the heat. Can they cope with the North Queensland heat? That'll be the question. Find out shortly enough. It is the Raiders with first use of the footy, though, and Big Red, Corey Horsburgh. Tackled 30 meters out from their own line here, the Raiders. So I've gone 4 legs in my multi for this one. I've gone Xavier Savage and Hudson Young for the Raiders. Murray Taulungi and Scotty Drinkwater / Drink Beer for the Cowboys. 5th and last, Raiders on halfway. Fogarty puts the kick down. Not much of a turnout. Is it a little too early for the North Queensland crowd? Not many people there in the stand for this game. I mean, I understand that they're losing. Looks like there's still people filtering in. I can see a long line of people in the background there by the stand, still filtering into their seats, it looks like. So there you go. But a disappointing turnout from that previous camera angle. Anyway. So we'll have to see. Jaden Morris has gone Cows 30 plus. That's bold. First of a doubleheader tonight, of course. Cowboys versus Raiders. And then we've got the Sharks taking on the Bulldogs. 5th and last for the Cowboys. 40 out from their own line. Away to Clifford for the kick. He puts it high. Not a lot of distance on it. This should bounce. It's been taken by the Cowboys. Dead and claims it, but he's brought to ground. And that'll be a turnover. Raiders in good field position here. Tim Condon, ahoy, mate. Oh, the Barton. Ahoy. Now, there is a very happy Titan supporter in the chat room. The Raiders, though, go on the attack here. KO Sports Weeks. 35 out from the line. Plays it on play 3. Fogarty. Dummies inside once. Goes the second time to Big Red. Corey Horsburgh. He's been a beast so far this season. Big Red. Fogarty. The strange short ball off the hip to Hudson Young. And Hudson Young has dropped it. The first error of the game. And it's the Raiders with the knock on. Solid defense from the Cowboys. Oh, the Barton in the chat room says, wait a minute. Is a player's name actually Drink Beer? No, so his name is Scott Drinkwater. I'm just suggesting that he'd play better if he didn't drink water and actually drink beer. It's one of my affectionate little nicknames for the players that I like to come up with. Scrum down here for the Cowboys, 20 out from their own line. And it's Taulagi charging into the defense. Hart Ticker asked my tips for the Sharks versus the Bulldogs. I actually think, see, I'm a Sharks supporter. So whenever I pick the Sharks to win quite comfortably, I start to get nervous. I really make myself nervous. But I just think no Matty Burton, no Viliami Kikau. The Sharks are, and I'm a little bit biased, but the Sharks are a genuine top 4 side. So I think a team missing Matty Burton, one of their playmakers, and Kikau as the Cowboys stretch it wide out to the left, and they're in space. Straight through. And a great cover tackle from KO Weeks, a try saver. KO Weeks shows Jackson Purdue the sideline. And he's come across and made the hit stick. A try-saving effort early on. Still, some promising signs early here from the Cowboys. A lot more promising than we've seen in recent weeks. Well defended, though, from the Raiders, equally. Look, this should be a close game. Somebody in the chat room said Cowboys 30+. I'm not thinking that at all. I'm thinking Cowboys golden point. The old Panther says you might be right about the heat affecting the Raiders. Current temperature, 27. Feels like 32. Humidity, 92%. That may be the killer. Well, I'm certainly hoping. Certainly hoping so. Fifth and last now for the Raiders. The try-saving effort in defense. They're now on halfway. Big kahuna, says Raiders by 14. Fogarty slightly skews it off the side of the boot, so not a lot of distance on this. Taulagi throws it back into Drink Beer. Drink Beer dances around in midfield. And he's brought down 15 out from his own try line. Cowboys back in possession. Slow play the ball. 6 minutes gone. Both teams, just as you would expect, going through the feeling out process. Looking for opportunities to get themselves on top as the Cowboys now spread it wide to the left again. Oh, they are dismantling the Raiders' edge defense out there on the left. Going to ground now. 25 meters out from the try line. Here they come again, the Cowboys. Dearden to Clifford in midfield. Out the back to Drinkwater. Puts the kick in over the top. They need this to sit up. And it's been battered down by Tamale. And somehow he has stayed in the field of play. The Raiders have defused another one. They've had to scramble, and now a penalty. The Cowboys too enthusiastic, up offside, giving away a penalty. But some very, very early warning signs. That right edge defense from the Raiders. Been 2 clean breaks now from the Cowboys. Smiley Face says, you were right about the Dragons. I told you. I told you. I mean, it just, the reason being, like, the Dragons are not a bad team. The Melbourne Storm's win rate drops significantly without Jerome Hughes. Throw on top of that The Melbourne Storm win rate drops again with no Nelson. Two of them out together. And put on top of that, the early rounds, so sort of like the first 4 or 5 rounds every season, teams usually win one, or if they're losing, or if they're winning, they usually lose one. It's very, very rare that you see teams like 5-0 or 0-5. It doesn't happen very often. The early rounds are built for upsets. Oh, almost through the gap there, Ethan Strange. Scrambling defense from the Cowboys. Starling finds some space around the ruck. 10 meters out from the line. Raiders. This is potentially the best opportunity, certainly for them in the game so far. Fifth and last, they're 5 meters out. They come left. Fogarty, little grubber kick in behind the line, and it's Drinkwater who bats it dead. Goal line restart. Oh, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good game. You can just feel it. Both teams completely switched on in this opening 9 minutes. This is going to be a cracker. I'm calling it now. This game is going to Golden Point. Short restart for the Cowboys. And it's been lost forward by Robert Derby. Loose out the back for the Raiders. But Ethan Strange now collects it. Good field position here, Raiders. In midfield. Corey Horsburgh, Big Red. He's not passing it. He's going into contact. 6 more tackles for what it's worth on play 1. Up the middle they go. A metre short. Just to the left of the uprights. Dummy in short side and going open side is Starling. Fogarty, the inside ball. And Nicholson beats one. Nicholson's close. Oh, he's held short. A metre. Tackle 2. Horsburgh spills it. Corey Horsburgh, that ball was not meant for you, mate. But the Cowboys are up too quickly, and it's a penalty right out in front. Take the 2. Take the 2. It's going to be a tight game. Take the points. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know that they're going to tap and go, but I'm saying it's going to be a tight game. Take the points. And they do indeed go back to the mark and tap. I would have taken the 2. I would have taken the 2. Fogarty out the back 2. KO Weeks. And the Cowboys race up on him and put him down. They've lost meters here, the Raiders, but still only 10 out. Tapine back in the team this week. Runs across field. Fires a loose pass in behind Nicholson, who has to go back and collect it. And they've lost 10 more meters here, the Raiders. 20 meters out now on tackle 3. Try lines that way, lads. There you go. Big Red. Corey Horsburgh through. Offloads. And Starling 10 meters out from the line on play 4. Fogarty to Tapine. Tapine's free. Tapine swings out of the tackle, reaches out and dives under the posts. Tapine with the first try. And it's the Raiders up 4 points to 0. Welcome back, Joe Tapine. They couldn't put him on the ground. Some really poor defense on their own goal line there, the Cowboys. I mean, really poor. Tapine stands in the tackle. Who was that? Number 12 for the Cowboys. Shocking. Ty O'Donnell, that was. Really poor attempt. And Tapine's not going to score too many easier tries than that. Well, in fairness, Kai O'Donnell wasn't the only one. Jason Taumalolo was there just sort of resting upon the back of Tapine. Didn't really try and bring him down. So the Raiders, they leaked a couple of line breaks out to the left. But they've held on. Some try-saving tackles. And they've turned around and scored the first try of the game. But again, the question that I have for the Raiders, are they going to be able to go the full 80 here in Townsville? I mean, the Raiders are obviously my new favorite team after they beat the Broncos. I'm not lying about that. I'm even wearing a Raiders jersey in the thumbnail on YouTube. I just wonder if they can go the distance here. From right in front, a simple conversion from Jamal Fogarty, and it's 6 points to 0. Hey, 2-2-2, ahoy there. Rock my balls, ahoy. Mookie, that's a tick off my multi. Toa Fatu, ahoy there, mate. Part of the bloodline in the chat. I love it. Burko, ahoy, mate. Back underway. Cowboys with the restart. Finding themselves down 6-0 here. The opening 13 minutes. Oh, they're having drink breaks tonight, apparently, once again. Winterbot, ahoy there. Loved the Dragons versus Storm game. I was very proud to be one of only 4 people out of the 96 involved in the Wasted Water Sports tipping contest as the Raiders spill the ball in contact here. The Raiders drop the ball, and here's an opportunity for the Cowboys to hit straight back. So we'll come back to that conversation as Dearden straightens the attack. Oh, big red Corey Horsburgh. An unusual mistake from him, and a penalty now to the Cowboys right out in front. Take the 2, I say. Take the 2. DJ Shaq, ahoy, mate. Do we have any Super Rugby on at the moment, DJ Shaq? Is there any around the ground scores that I need to be aware of? Does the Cowboys get this penalty? Yes. I was one of only 4 out of the 96 competitors in the Wasted Water Sports tipping contest that picked the Dragons to defeat the Storm. Here come the Cowboys now. Taumalolo straight up the middle. 6 again for the Cowboys. A meter short, just to the right of the post. Dearden to Drink Bear. Cut out pass. Hits the chest of Taulagi, who cuts back in field. But he's held up and gets the pass away. They're still 10 meters out. It's only tackle 1. Cletus Cotter now calms things down, settles it down. Play 1 now, a meter short, right in front of the post. They go left again. Dearden with a nice pass that hits the chest of Purdue. He's got Drink Beer in support, and he's lost it over the try line. Scotty Drinkwater has dived for the try line, and the ball spills out. Like a keg with an open tap, the ball just went, and he has ballsed this up. Unbelievable. You can't believe it. Zaki Usmani, first try scorer was Christ, who was it? Hang on, who was the first try scorer? First try scorer was... Oh, Joe Tapine. There you go. Joe Tapine. First try scorer. The Uso. Ahoy, mate. Oh, it's a replay. Okay. Show it a replay. Raiders back in possession. Surviving again. Oh, the Cowboys. The Cowboys could easily have had 3. Could have had 3 tries by now. Cowboys. So some positive signs. If they can keep the contest tight. Sebastian Chris. Classy. Sebastian. Toa Fatu, my team are the Cronulla Sharks, and they'll be coming up after this one, taking on the Bulldogs. Fifth and last, 30 metres out, Raiders. Fogarty waits for it, puts the kick high into the corner. Taulungi's there, and he takes it well. Under pressure. Murray Taulungi. Penalty now to the home side, and some back chat. Oh, some back chat from Big Red. He gets marched 10 metres. You're going to get marched 10 more, Tapine, if you're not careful. A penalty, and then some lip from Big Red Corey Horsburgh, and they got marched 10 metres. Cowboys fine touch, 35 out from the Raiders line. And I'll tell you what, if the Cowboys score off this set, they can think about that extra 10 metres that they just gave them, because that allowed the kick to go deep into the Raiders' territory and put the pressure on. 20 metres out now. Slow play the ball. 6 again. Dearden onto Cletus. Cletus Cotter taken down, 10 out. The Cowboys, they've had so much opportunity. Clifford takes the line on. 72% of possession. Cowboys. Taumalolo on the crash ball. Just to the right of the post. Low play the ball again here, the Cowboys. From dummy half, Robson thought he spotted half a gap. Taumalolo into play dummy half. That was actually a nice pass. Drinkwater now to Purdue, who dummies. And he's brought down 5 metres out. Fifth and last. Dearden. Crossfield kick. Contested by the Cowboys and lost forward. Knock on Cowboys. Handover to the Raiders. Well, there you go. Justin Tarkowski said they won't score. They'll come up short or lose the ball. And lose the ball they did. A knock on from the crossfield kick. Raiders have diffused it. Chemo's edits says, what's happening to the Cowboys? They're actually not looking that bad this week. They've already made a couple of line breaks down the left. The Raiders' scrambling defense has been up to the task so far. They're only trailing by 6. Well, they've given away a penalty now. Going on with the tackle after the referee had called held. I believe the referee is Adam G tonight, and he is popping no nonsense, by the way. No nonsense. Alphonse Nicholas, ahoy, mate. Go Cowboys from PNG. And once again, for PNG, can we raise our glasses or whatever you've got? Can we raise our drinks to Justin Olam, medically retired, had to medically retire from the game. Justin Olam, an all-time great of Papua New Guinea and Rugby League. Cheers, J.O., for all your service to the game. Raiders back on the attack after that penalty. 30 metres out from the line. Big Red Corey Horsburgh to Fogarty. Inside ball now. A nice one there to Matty Nicholson. The Cowboys defence up to the task at the moment. Fogarty heads across field, and there's Big Papali'i. Tackle 3, 15 out right in midfield. They come left. Fogarty. Short pass to Hudson, and Young goes to ground. 5 out. 2 tackles left here, Raiders. Strange. Passes it to Big Red, Corey Horsburgh, and Horsburgh has dropped it again. Well, he's not having one of his better nights here, Big Red. He's dropped the ball cold twice. And he's also been done for dissent once already. And we're having a drinks break here in the first half. 20 minutes gone. 6-0 the Raiders. And I'll have a little bit of a break myself. They'll have a drinks break. I'll have a piss break. How does that Floppy round this weekend. Weather not on either side, says Mr. T. The weather has been, the rain. The rain. It was raining on Friday night here in Brisbane. So last night, it was raining very heavily in the Storm Dragons game earlier. It's certainly not been clear skies here in this one. Justin Tarkowski, congrats Raiders fans, good win. Wow. A quarter of the way through the contest and only behind by 6 points. Justin's thrown in the towel already. Oh, I saw the bloke in the cheerleader outfit at the Dragons game. Did everyone see it? Old mate wearing a cheerleader's outfit, and I mean a legitimate cheerleader's outfit. Crop top, skirt, mini skirt at that. Hilarious. Tackle 3 now for the Cowboys. 40 meters out from their own line. Taumalolo in the ball playing role. Drinkwater keeping it alive on that left edge again. Threatening to break away on that left edge. Low play the ball. Drinkwater attacking the short side once more, but O'Donnell heading back infield. 5th and last now. Cowboys 40 out from the line. Dearden puts it high, staying down the short side again. And it's taken easily at the back for KO Sports Weeks. I get the feeling that they feel like they've spotted something down that short side, the Cowboys. Repeatedly changing the attack. We'll keep an eye on that as the match progresses. But at the moment, as just straight up the middle goes Papali'i. That's a good, strong carry. 20 meters up over halfway. And front foot ball now for the Raiders. Sebastian Chris cuts back in field. Almost goes through. 5th and last. Nobody at the back for the Cowboys. Hudson Young puts the grubber kick through. Drinkwater racing back. And a penalty to the Raiders, as Hudson Young's been taken out of the kick chase. Well, they'll take the 2 here, surely. Hudson Young, of all people, putting the kick in. It was brilliant. And John Bateman, completely unnecessarily, bumps Hudson Young off the kick chase, and they are indeed taking the 2 here, the Raiders. Smart call. It's going to be a close game. Every point is valuable. Absolutely take the 2 here. Mr. T says, I've gone silly for the Dogs this weather. I've backed them 13 plus. That is a bold call, Mr. T, for sure. Should be a good game, that one coming up. Sharks versus the Bulldogs. The Sharks are my team, so I would certainly hope they don't lose 13 plus. I just think Matty Burton and Viliami Kikau, 2 big outs, equally as big as Jerome Hughes and Nelson for the Storm. So I am leaning towards the Sharks in that one. As Fogarty lines up this penalty kick. Sizing up an 8-point lead here for the Raiders. Fogarty makes no mistake. And Canberra lead 8 points to 0. Justin Tarkowski says so much for that home field advantage. Oh, come on, Justin. 17 minutes to go in the first half. Only trailing by 8. Got to have a little more faith in your own team than this. It's way too early to be throwing in the towel. Way too early. $17.5 left in the opening 40 minutes. Cowboys have had their chances. I mean, Drinkwater was over. Drinkwater was over the line. The big bloody goof. See, he spilt the ball over the try line. Tapine with the hit up from the restart. Raiders up 8-0. Quarter of the way gone. Here's Horsburgh. He's had the dropsies tonight, Horsburgh, but he holds on this time. And a kick on play 3 here from Fogarty. Finds some space in behind, looking for the 40-20. It's got a big off break, and it's just short of the 20-meter line. The idea was right. Well, did he get the 40-20? What have they called? It just bounced aggressively to the right, and he's missed the 40-20 by centimeters. Cowboys in possession. 16 to go till the break. McIntyre on the field. They've had success out on the left. Let's not forget that. The Raiders' defense has been flimsy out there. Brandon Savage, ahoy there. Now Drinkwater. Taken down around the shoulders by Strange. A good one-on-one tackle. Michael Marchant, you backed Cowboys 13 plus. Put the mocker on the Cowboys on a great losing streak. Why is everybody giving up on the Cowboys? 15.5 left in the opening 40 minutes. In Townsville, I'm still not convinced the Raiders will go the distance. Backwards, says the referee, as Tamale spills the ball. Now it's on the ground. Dearden has it. Heads across field. One-on-one tackle. And Timoko brings him down. A little bit of justice there from the rugby league gods, because that was a blatant knock-on that the referee called backwards. Here's Cletus Cotter. Here's their chance, the Cowboys. 0 tackle, 5 meters out. Dearden. Inside ball for Peter Griffin-Neame. And Peter Griffin-Neame taken down. Still 5 out from the line. A great opportunity here. Clifford heads back infield. 5 meters out. Robson goes to the left. McIntyre to Dearden. Here's Drinkwater. Cut out past to Taulagi. And Taulagi scores just on time to make UFC look completely foolish as usual. Taulagi scores and the Cowboys hit back. And I can't believe UFC still, after all this time, hasn't learnt that every time he gets lippy in the chat room, something happens to make him look foolish. And the Cowboys have hit back. 8-4, kick to come, a tick off the multi. Murray Taulagi scores. With 14 minutes left in the first half, I still can't believe how many Cowboys supporters were throwing in the towel after the opening quarter of the game. And that was very, very slick. Very slick ball movement through the backs. The Raiders' defense on that right edge, once again caught in no man's land. The Cowboys are killing the Raiders down that edge. Thirteen and a half minutes left in the first half. 8-4 kick to come. Mr. T says Tigers getting the dub tomorrow. Absolutely. The Tigers are impressive. Drinkwater with the worst conversion attempt you'll ever see in your life. And it remains 8-4. He might not have been good at the conversion, but it was a hell of a try assist there from Scotty Drinkbeer. And Ming the Merciless, Todd Payten in the coach's box. Josh Papali'i on report. I didn't see that. I wonder what happened. Last warning for the Raiders. Last warning for the Raiders. Too many penalties and 6 again down this end of the field. The referee has just said, that's it. The next one down that end goes. The Raiders will not be playing this full game with 13 on the field. And a penalty from the kickoff now. High contact, frustration here from the Raiders. Things are starting to boil over. In Benji we trust. Well, honestly, in Benji we trust. I'm going more in Uppy, Jerome, and Lockie, and Jareem. That's a hell of a spine. I've been talking it up all off season. We've only seen it once so far this year. The full spine in full force, not under strength, and it was so impressive. Uppy Coruscant, Lockie Galvin, Jerome Luai, and Jareem Buller. That is a spine of the future. Mr. Star says, bro, I'm 0-4 in the tipping this week. Well, I've got at least one because I picked the Dragons to beat the Storm in the game prior. So I've got at least one this week. Robson quickly out of dummy half. He's got Clifford. Here come the Cowboys now. 25 out from the line. Back on the attack. All the momentum as Tapine's off the field. Dearden to Drinkwater. Holds the pass up for Purdue. Purdue has to come back in field. Fifth and last. Drinkwater from dummy half. Pops it out the back for Purdue. Purdue dummies and goes to ground. 5 meters out. 11.5 left in the opening 40. The Raiders pinned down inside their own 10. Mr. T says, thoughts on the budget for Galvin? Do the Tigers throw multi-mil at him? Silly for a young bloke. Not silly at all. Lock him up. I didn't mean, no pun intended. Locky up. No, but with Justin Olam, forced into medical retirement, the Tigers get salary cap relief. So Justin Olam's budget is returned as the pop pass now for KO Weeks. And Weeks threatening to break away. That speed of the Raiders. Ethan Strange cuts back in field. Fifth and last. In fairness to Luke Brooks, he wasn't anywhere near as bad as he was made a scapegoat there at the Tigers. He's showing at Manly he's actually not that bad as the ball is on the deck and dived on by the Cowboys. "20 meters out from their own line here, the Cowboys in possession. UFC's asking why I picked the Dragons to beat the Storm, because the Dragons are not a bad team. And Jerome Hughes is equally as important to the Storm as Nathan Cleary is to the Panthers. And then when you put on top of that, Nelson was out this week. Nick Meaney was out this week. Jerome Hughes, no Nelson, no Nick Meaney. That's the equivalent. In all honesty, that is the equivalent of no Nathan Cleary, no Fisher Harris, and no Stephen Crichton in a Panthers team when they were at the peak of their powers a couple of years back. So, yeah, with no Jerome Hughes, the Melbourne Storm win rate drops by about 20%. It was all Dragons tonight as Weeks spills the ball. 6 more tackles now for the Cowboys. They're 5 meters out from the line. KO Sports Weeks, that's his second dropped high ball, and they immediately spread it wide. Clifford, though, cuts back in field. Clifford fends off the defense, and Jake Clifford has scored the try that puts the Cowboys surely in the lead. Cowboys supporters in the chat that were throwing in the towel 10 minutes ago, look at it now. They're about to be in front with 9 minutes left in the opening half. The mistake from KO Sports Weeks. Vincent Spears music, ahoy. Jake Clifford, what a solo effort that was. Received the ball in front of the posts. Dummies to head right. Cuts back left. Just searching for half a gap. He spotted his target, got the big left-hand fend in, and dives over the line. 8 points apiece, kick to come. Drinkwater had a shocking attempt at his first conversion. Can he make amends with this one? Yes, he can. Right down the middle, and the Cowboys lead. 10 points to 8. 8 minutes left till the halftime break. Jason Callaway, ahoy, mate. Oh, very nice. Justin Tarkowski, another American NRL fan. We've got quite a few Americans that swing through the chat room here on the West of Water Sports. So that's pretty cool. Lots of Americans, lots of fans from PNG. Getting their rugby league fix here on the West of Water Sports. I love it. Raiders with the restart. 8 minutes left in the opening 40. Cowboys up 10 points to 8. Jake Clifford and Murray Taulagi, the try scorers for the Cowboys. Mr. T says, love Americans coming over to our sport. They finally see how the big boys play without pads and without constant stoppages too, am I right? No disrespect at all intended to the American audience, but yeah, it takes about 8 hours, I think. It's a full working day, basically, get through a game of NFL. As the Cowboys attack that left edge again, and again, they have a little bit of success. 5th and last, 30 out from the Raiders line. Dearden puts it high. That's a good contestable ball. Pressure on Weeks again. Clifford takes it out of the air and scores. Jake Clifford goes back-to-back. The Cowboys go back-to-back, and they are on a monstrous roll now, the home side. 14 points to 8, the kick to come. Jake Clifford has just blown this game wide open. Single-handedly, back-to-back tries. KO Weeks is having a nightmare at the back. 14 points to 8. Conversion to come. The Cowboys, you just sensed it. They weren't far off. They were not far off the past couple of weeks. And here they come, putting it all together tonight against the Raiders. Jake Clifford with a double. Arthur Morgan, ahoy, mate. Drinkwater hooks this one horribly off to the right. Oh, it's through. Never mind. My bad. It looked like it missed. It stayed just inside that far upright. And the Cowboys lead now 16 points to 8. Corey Horsburgh off the field. Not had a good night. Five and a half left in the opening 40. 16-8. Now I'm curious, all the Cowboys supporters in the chat room that were throwing in the towel 20 minutes in, how do you feel now as the Raiders with the restart? Crucial, though, for the Cowboys, though. that they hold on here to finish the first half strong. They absolutely must. Jason Calloway says, Dan, what was your prediction for the game? I said Cowboys in Golden Point, and a big mistake now for John Bateman. John Bateman, I had just said the Cowboys, they need to finish the first half strong, and Bateman has spilt it on play 3. Tackle 3 from the restart, opening the door here for the Raiders. But yeah, Jason, I predicted Cowboys in Golden Point. Cowboys by 1. Sebastian Chris with the first hit up. Raiders, 4.5 left in the opening 40. A great opportunity has just been handed to them. 10 meters out from the line. Hudson Young just to the left of the uprights here on play 2. Oh, Cowboys all offside. Fogarty, 6 more tackles. Yep, they were all offside there. Papali'i back for Fogarty to Strange. Strange, flat-footed, fends off Clifford. Clifford comes back at him. Tackle 1, 10 meters out. And, oh, what the hell was that pass there to Mariota? 2 meters out. Starling passes across the face of the post. Big defense on Papali'i there by the Cowboys. Fogarty now, short ball to Nicholson. Nicholson fights his way close to the line. And they've lost the ball, the Raiders. Matty Nicholson loses it in contact. 3 minutes to go until the break. They were handed a big opportunity. But the Cowboys' defense, way too strong there on their own goal line. And the Cowboys have dodged a huge bullet there. Jason Calloway says, did you throw away your Raiders jersey into the trash, Dan, after they played Manly? I don't have a Raiders jersey, Jason Calloway. There's not much point me having one because Raiders being green, me in front of a green screen. You know what I mean? Alex Cross says Cowboys defense is legitimate. Matty Colkin, ahoy mate, Crusaders so far 15 and Moana Pacifica 31. No, you're joking. You surely jest, sir. Let's have a look. Super Rugby as the Cowboys again threatening that left-hand edge. Oh my God, he's not joking. Moana Pacifica 31, the Crusaders 15. I'll tell you what, as the Raiders let this ball bounce and K.O. Weeks is taken just a couple of meters out from his own try line. He is having a nightmare, K.O. Weeks. It's been fantastic for Super Rugby that Moana Pacifica have been so competitive this year. 31-15 over the Crusaders. Amazing. 20 out from their own line now. The Raiders on play 4. Timoko heads across field. The rain continues to tumble. The rain wreaking havoc with results this weekend. 5th and last. Raiders have only made 29 meters off this set. Minute left in the first half. Fogarty needs a big kick. Well, he's got a big boot on him. And he sends it down inside the Cowboys 10. Taken on the full at the back by Purdue. And Purdue brings it out to the 30. Good kick return. Mr. T says, I'm not sure if I'm looking. Oh, the Cowboys have spilt it. Penalty Cowboys. Well, that's a let off. Cowboys. The Cowboys get the penalty. Raiders were offside. And that is a big let off. That was a huge mistake. UFC says Crusaders in fairness played their reserves. Ah, did they? Well, there you go. The Cowboys have just found the touch here. 10 meters out from the Raiders line. That is a monster of a kick. A huge touch finder. And they've got 20 seconds now, 10 meters out from the line to launch an attack. Can they get more points here before the break? Cletus Cotter's got it in midfield. 22 seconds left. A couple of tackles. They'll get McIntyre. Tackle one now. 17 seconds left. They'll get two more plays at it here, the Cowboys. Robson to... He's lost it. Oh, the Cowboys have lost it. On play one, they've knocked it on, and that'll be halftime. Well, a golden opportunity is lost right there on the break. Halftime, 16 points to 8. The Cowboys over the Raiders. Jake Clifford with a double. Single-handedly with a double. Solo efforts on both occasions. Halftime here. We'll have a quick break. Be right back to dissect all the action. The Cowboys due for a win. Getting the job done at the moment here. At halftime, 16 points to 8. Wasted World of Sports. Live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on Facebook. Be right back after this quick break.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pass less from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With a laugh and a cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques. Just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a roll, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporting crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Ahoy, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah!
Halftime here, 16 points to 8 is the score. The Cowboys getting the job done at the moment. We've got one tick off the multi. Hit a few more than that. But a long way to go in this game. Nobody should be throwing in the towel just yet. Oh, thank you very much over there on TikTok. We've got another heart me. Was that Matty Colkin? Oh, no, that was Mr. T. Mr. Twumble. Mr. Twooble. I'm just going to keep calling you Mr. T. No, because what happens is the chat room on TikTok is cut off slightly. And it only shows Mr. T. That's the first time I've now seen the rest of the name. Mr. Twubble. Thank you very much for the heart me. Anyways, very much appreciate that. Crusaders are coming back in the Super Rugby, apparently. Jason Calloway says, did you see Brisbane have his foot on the line last night and get away, saving a 40-20 in a match-defining moment too, by the way, that one was. Yes, we covered that game live here on the Waste of Water Sports, and we brought it up immediately. Selwyn, corn on the Cobbo, had his foot on the line blatantly right in front of the touch judge. Should have been Dolphins' ball. The Broncos went down the other end and scored off the back of that set. Very unfortunate indeed for the Dolphins. But, I mean, honestly, and I know that Broncos supporters might not like hearing it, but, I mean, that's what happens when you play the Broncos at Suncorp. You get some calls like that, go the way of the home side. But I absolutely agree with you, Jason Calloway. In this day and age, why is that still happening? I don't understand why. Like, we've seen it a couple of times over the course of this weekend where we saw it in the Dragons game just before, right? We literally just saw it in the Dragons game before. The Dragons took the kickoff, and the Dragons player who took the ball had his foot on the dead ball line when he jumped to catch the ball. So he was deemed out of play. And the referee got the call from the TMO 2 tackles after it actually happened. So my question is, if the TMO can two tackles forward, get into the referee's ear and say, mate, foot on the dead ball line, goal line dropout, restart. Why then can't the TMO get in the referee's ear and go, Cobbo had his foot in touch, Dolphins ball? It's inconsistent. Inconsistencies is what frustrates fans. It frustrates players, frustrates coaches. Coaches could lose their job potentially over calls like that. So it's pretty serious business. And I don't understand why you can interject as a TMO for one, but not the other. Makes no sense to me. All we want is consistency. But it should never have got to that point. I mean, it shouldn't have been missed. There's no way it should have been missed by the on-field touchy. That's the important thing. That should never have been missed on-field, let alone talking about can or cannot the TMO call it back. Yeah, there are some issues that still exist within rugby league to be sorted out. That's for sure. Anyway, 16 points to 8 here. The Cowboys getting the job done. There's 40 minutes left. I'm still not convinced that the Raiders are going to be able to go the 80. I think the Raiders' best chance at this game was honestly to be ahead at halftime. That's what I'm thinking. Be ahead at halftime and hold on for dear life at the back end. 16-8, Cowboys up, 51% possession advantage. I can see them going on with it. We'll have to see. Sure, Ricky Stewart's got a plan. Do not underestimate Ricky Stewart. Ricky Stewart coached teams are tough, gritty, and they won't go away. be a big second half. I'm still standing by 8 points the difference. Standing by my golden point call. Cowboys to win this in Golden Point. And this game turned on its head. This game turned on its head when UFC came into the chat room and got lippy. I've tried to warn him so many times over the years. Can't get lippy 4 weeks into a competition. Webb's Pools, ahoy there. Drinkwater knock on was a killer. It was a multi-killer for me. 100%. I mean, it doesn't look like the Raiders going to get the tries necessary for me to knock off the multi anyway from their end of the legs. But geez, Drinkwater. That was frustrating. Having him in my multi and then seeing that happen. Pretty painful, right? Pretty painful. He was over the line. All he had to do was get to ground. Put the ball down. Unbelievable. Sharks Bulldogs coming up after this one. I've also got a four-legger in that. The weather conditions are not really suited to big four-leg multis. So, yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a tight one. I am leaning towards the Sharks in that game, though. Sharks against the Bulldogs. Bulldogs, no Matt Burton, no Viliami Kikau. Couple of big outs. Could be a good one coming up, though. That's coming up soon here on the Waste of Water Sports. Big doubleheader here on Saturday evening. Townsville temperature has dropped, but humidity has gone up to 94%. I mean, it's got to take it out of you. There's actually a fantastic line in Cool Runnings. If anyone's seen the movie Cool Runnings, and John Candy, his character in that movie, said a good line. He's like, you know, it's not the heat. It's not the heat. It's the humidity that'll kill you. So there you go. I've always remembered that line for some reason. Kiss my lucky egg. Yes, that's the one. And Sanka, you dead? Yeah, man. Sorry. That's my best Jamaican accent. Mookie says, hopefully I win a same-game multi tonight for your birthday. Oh, is it your birthday, Mookie? Oh, you should have said something earlier. All right. Because you know what happens when there's a birthday celebration for one of our regulars here at the Waste of Water Sports. Well, we've got to celebrate the birthday. A happy birthday to Mookie. And it better really be your birthday too, by the way. Because I don't just do this for everyone. Can a same-game multi get up for Mookie's birthday? Happy birthday, Mookie. The Raiders are your team, aren't they? Oh. It would have been nice if the Raiders got the win for you tonight for your birthday. Plenty of time to go. Let's not write anybody off in this game just yet. 40 minutes left to play. 40 minutes, as we know, an eternity in rugby league time. Mr. T says, love the bar scene when Baldy gives inspiration and backs his boy. I think you are talking about the moment when Junior is getting harassed by the Swiss team, and Yul Brenner has words with him in the bathroom. And he's asking him about what he sees in the bathroom mirror. He's like, well, you look in that mirror. Tell me what you see. I see Junior. You see Junior. You know what I see? I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who won't take no crap from nobody. Oh, fantastic. I might have to go watch that movie after this. Mookie, you go for the Broncos. Who am I thinking of then? Who am I thinking of that goes for the Raiders? Interesting. Oh, well, you'll be very happy then for your birthday weekend. The Broncos getting up against the Dolphins last night. I don't know why, Mookie. I thought you went for the Raiders. My apologies. There you go. Kian, ahoy, mate. Nice to see you again. You just got free Cowboys jersey signed by the whole team because you're a kid at the Cowboys stands. Very nice. Walter Hickling, ahoy there, mate. You're a bunny. Oh, well, you'll be happy this weekend for sure. Bunnies have got to be happy. Mr. T says, yep, I'm thinking the same. Baldy didn't want anything to do with him. Suddenly has his back. It was a sweet moment. He secretly cared. He put on that rough exterior, but you could tell he secretly cared. Same with John Candy. Same with the coach. He put on that rough exterior, but he secretly cared. It was a fantastic movie. Very inspirational. Very inspirational. Mr. Law 82, Moana Pacifica have reopened that lead up against the Crusaders. The Crusaders threatening to come back at one point there, but the Moana Pacifica. And how good is it, by the way? The Moana Pacifica and the Fijian Drua as well. Being competitive in Super Rugby, bagging some wins. Fantastic for the growth of the sport. Zaylen Macefield, ahoy there. Zaylen. Cool name. Xaylyn. Zaylen is what I'm saying. I might be saying it wrong. That's a cool name. My name's boring. My name's Dan. 3 letters. Basic. Dan. Boring. I want a name like Zaylen. Jason Calloway. Do you have Jack Daniels in your coffee cup, Dan? What? I don't even have a coffee cup. I don't even have a coffee cup. Well, I mean, when I say I don't have a coffee cup, I obviously own one. I've got a Scooby-Doo coffee cup. Scooby-Doo was my favorite cartoon as a kid. Bar none. Bar none. Oh, except for maybe the Fluffy Dogs. The Fluffy Dogs were fantastic. Mookie says ice. Ice as in penguins and Eskimos. Ice. Oh, we've got all the cool runnings quotes coming from the chat rooms now, the respective chat rooms. Place to Water Sports, of course, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on Facebook. We do this each and every weekend. For those who are new to the channel, we are your source for alternative sports commentary. We do rugby league, rugby union, some cricket, only the T20s. T20s. I don't have the patience or time to do anything more than a T20 game. We do some wrestling, some pro wrestling. I loved my WWE as a kid, so I still jump on every now and then. We check out some wrestling. Alternative commentary here on the Waste of Water Sports each and every weekend for various sports. Second half about to get underway here. The Cowboys currently getting the job done against the Raiders. 16 points to 8. Rock My Balls says, why is second half taking so long? Rock My Balls, I think in Townsville, they have a slightly extended halftime break. I think. They have drinks breaks every 20 minutes. And I believe they have an extended halftime break by, like, where halftime's normally like 10 minutes. Halftime in Townsville's like 15 minutes. I think. The Cowboys, expansive play immediately after the halftime break. Rumbling themselves upfield. Tackle 4 just short of halfway. They could put a big stamp of authority on this game if they're the first to score in the second half. Inside ball here for Peter Griffin-Neame. That's the fifth and last. They're about 40 out from the Raiders line in midfield. Back it goes to Clifford. Clifford, not much of a kick, that one. It's taken at the back under no pressure. KO Sports Weeks. And he'll be happy with that, Weeks, because he's dropped a couple tonight. Mr. T's asking about the Canadian chick with the maple leafs over the bikini top. I can't say as that I remember that specifically off the top of my head. But I do remember Sable getting her gear off on a pay-per-view. And, yeah, young Dan was quite excited at the time over that. That's the way it is back then when you're young, isn't it? High contact here on Papali'i and an early penalty in the second half for the Raiders. Fogarty with the touch finder. 25 meters out on the attack. Raiders with first opportunity here in the second half. Fogarty. On it goes to Tapine. Stands in the tackle. 20 meters out in midfield. Papali'i to Fogarty. Inside ball. Nicholson. No, that's Hudson Young. My apologies. Hudson Young taken down. 15 out from the line. Slow play the ball. Fogarty. Dummies inside for Papali'i. He goes to Mariota. And offloading. Darling to Tapine. And here's Matty Nicholson. 5 meters out on play 3. Great opportunity here for the Raider. Darling to KO Weeks. Papali'i in front of the posts. Surrenders in the tackle. Starling to Fogarty. Here's Weeks again. Steps back in field. Held up there, fifth and last. 10 meters out from the line. Starling goes to Fogarty. Crossfield kick. Contestable. Knocked back by the Raiders and it's scooped up by Bateman for the Cowboys. Cowboys knock on is the call. Captain's challenge immediately. Captain's challenge immediately there for the Cowboys. They've been called for a knock on. They were straight onto that. Gucci, Salah. Ahoy, mate. Welcome back. Now, I didn't see a knock on seeing this live. I've got to say. Now, contest for the ball in the air has maybe has just brushed the hand here of Clifford. Ooh, I don't know that this can be overturned. I think the Cowboys will retain the challenge here, but there's no way to overturn the on-field decision. Oh, here we go. This will tell us, maybe. Yeah, I think Cowboys retain the challenge. Ball is still live at this point. They're going to win this challenge, the Cowboys. Oh, everything's coming up Millhouse for the Cowboys. They have kissed the lucky egg at halftime. Oh, I had to throw that in. They've kissed the lucky egg at halftime, and this call's going to go their way. Bateman has scooped up the loose ball, and the Cowboys have won this captain's challenge. Wow, I thought that was going to be challenge retained, but on-field decision backed. It's been overturned. Cowboys in possession. 10 meters out from their own line, Cowboys survive that early onslaught from the Raider. So that's your try scorers so far. Murray Taulungi, Jake Clifford twice, and Joe Tapine. Mookie says, how about I draw a line down your head so it looks like a butt? Oh, we're still doing cool runnings quotes. I love it. KO Weeks takes the kick. Raiders back in possession. Mr. T's excited to see Ricky blowing up at the press conference. That's always fun, isn't it? It's always fun. Up towards the halfway line go the Raiders here on play 3. Savage held up. One-on-one attempted strip there, but no success. Slow play the ball. Timoko takes the line on. Play 4. 40 out. Tapine to Strange. Strange dummies. Tries to put the fend on Clifford, but Clifford, with some help there from Bateman, brings him down. 5th and last, 30 out. Fogarty with the kick down the short side. Drinkwater's there. Takes it well. And Drinkwater's hit hard as soon as he catches it. But importantly, he maintains possession. Ten out from their own line here, the Cows. And Taulungi breaks away. He's got support. And Purdue, 30 out from the Raiders line, goes in and away. And KO Weeks wrangles him down 20 meters out from the try line. That left edge again from the Cowboys, tearing the Raiders apart. Drinkwater to Cletus. Cletus Cotter now, 10 out from the line. Front foot ball here for the Cowboys. 2 tackles left. Dearden to Drinkwater. Cut out pass for Purdue, who's crunched in the hit by Tamale. Oh, it's Savage, sorry. 6 again, though, for the Cowboys. Set restart. Grab a kick from Robson. They had 6 again, you idiot. They had 6 again, and Robson has kicked on play 1. Raiders back in possession. Oh, what a goof. Reese Robson might have just kicked himself out of a Blues jumper. Seven minutes gone in the second half. 16-8. Raiders survive. They would have had to defend an entire set inside their own 10. But for that kick. 5th and last now, Fogarty from inside his own 40. Seb Watson, ahoy, mate. Taken by Robert Derby at the back. Cowboys 40 out from their own line. They should have had a full set of 6 on the attack. Reese Robson with the brain fart of all brain farts on play 1. Cletus up over halfway. Drinkwater, the double pump for Purdue, who cuts back in field. Almost scoots through. Drinkwater from tummy half. He's got Dearden. Numbers now for the Cowboys. Clifford goes straight up the middle. Offloads to Bateman. Bateman's taken. 10 out from the line. Fifth and last. Numbers to the right. And that's where Robson goes. Drinkwater with the grubber kick through. Played at 6 more tackles. Clifford out to Robert Derby. And Robert Derby beats Hudson Young in the one-on-one tackle and dives over. The Cowboys are up 20 points to 8. Jake Clifford again with they had to go right. They had numbers to burn. They had 72 on 1 out to the right. They had to score, and they did. Robert Derby with the try. The Cowboys are here to play, and the Raiders are under the pump. Great effort from Robert Derby. He still had a lot of work to do. 20 points to 8, the kick to come. This is turning into a massacre. Cowboys doing it easy. Harp fit, says Scott Drink Duff. Mitchell Vella Sport, today's your birthday as well. Is it really? Ah, well, happy birthday. If you're still there at full time, we'll play the song for you. If it's really your birthday. Scotty Drinkwater now. 2 from 3 tonight. Conversion attempt. Hooking it back, and it's over. 22 points to 8. The Cowboys over Ricky's Green Goblins. And this is easily the Cowboys' best performance of the year so far. Easily. I mean, it's no contest. 22 points to 8. 3 line breaks to zip. The Cowboys, they've just been destroying the Raiders on that left edge. Raiders get us back underway with it all to do now. 14 points behind. Going to take a big comeback here for the Canberra Raiders. That's for sure. Only 10 minutes gone in the second half as well. There's still plenty of time in this game. Plenty of time left. Anything could happen. Up to the 40-meter line. Nad beyond now. Bateman beats the first tackle. Bateman beats the second. And he carries it up over halfway on tackle 4. They're 40 meters out from the try line. Again here, the Cowboys. 2 tackles left. Robson to Dearden. Dearden goes straight through. He's got support from Drinkwater. Drinkwater beats the tackle and he's brought down 5 out. 5th and last, front foot ball. Robson goes from dummy half. Fights his way over the line, but he's held up. Robson's held up over the line. He's had a shocker, Robson. Had the white line fever. Wanted all the glory. They had 50 on 1 overlap to the left. Scott Drinkwater tonight is doing everything but scoring a try, which, of course, I need for my multi. But it's all right, because I don't think the rest of it's happening anyway. We got Murray Taulungi. I don't like the odds of getting those 2 Raiders try scorers the way this one's going. The Raiders are not using Savage at all. No, exactly right, Smitty. That's what I'm saying. I'm not liking the odds of that multi getting up. They have not gone to Savage at all on attack, it feels like. Now the offload back for Weeks. Weeks is taken 5th and last. 40 meters out for the Cowboys line. Fogarty down the short side. puts the ball high. This should be contestable. And it's been taken out of the air by Xavier Savage. And Xavier Savage scores. Well, unbelievable. Well, we get another tick off our multi. That is the most amazing thing ever. Here we are saying Xavier Savage isn't looking likely tonight. And he flies through the air like goddamn Superman, plucks it out of the sky, and dives over the line to bring the Raiders back into this contest. Get the tick off the multi. Oh, that'll do me. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Xavier Savage, like a thief in the night, plucks it out of the sky to score. 22 points to 12, kick to come. Fogarty lining up this conversion attempt. As the crowd boos, trying to put him off. You can't put this man off. Fogarty, he's a gun. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, what is going on tonight? Well, Fogarty's missed the kick, and it stays a 10-point ball game. DJ Shack says, if you think that's a G-up, Moana Pacifica just put 45 points on the Crusaders. Now, DJ Shack, I'm not sure how closely you're following along, but our good friend UFC put in the chat room earlier that the Crusaders basically fielded a reserve grade team. Now, is that correct? It didn't seem right to me, but that they would do that. $22 points to 12. Back underway. The Raiders, they're back in the contest at least. A try out of nowhere, essentially. Xavier Savage. A second tick off the multi. Fair enough, DJ. Fair enough, DJ. Sorry about that. Dropped my microphone. Fair enough, DJ Shack. I haven't seen anything about it either. Starling scoots out from dummy half. They're starting to open them up here, the Raiders. Fifth and last, 30 out from the line. Cowboys back in possession. Crucially, 5 out from their own line. The Raiders, though, slightly on top. The momentum's with them. Cowboys have to hold on. Purdue with a nice strong carry. 20 out from their own line. From dummy half goes Drinkwater. Offloads. He's got Dearden. Up over halfway. On. Just short. Actually, fifth and last. Short of halfway, back to Clifford. Clifford from inside the 40 puts it down the throat of KO Weeks. Drape, Mongreen, ahoy, mate. Yeah, no excuses at all, mate. I am obviously doing this game, so I have no idea what's happening in the Super Rugby. So I'm certainly not making any excuses. I was just raising, somebody in the chat room said that about the Crusaders team. I have no idea. Haven't followed along with it at all. 6 again here for the Raiders. They're starting to build into this contest and then dropped by Xavier Savage on tackle 1. They just got a set restart. Xavier Savage spills it. Cowboys have the ball on halfway, 0 tackle. Number 1, Fish Tanks says, what did you think of the last game? It was brilliant because I tipped the Dragons to win. Dearden now out the back to Drinkwater. Purdue. Flick pass back in field is dropped and the Raiders will have the ball. Knock on by the Cowboys. 24 minutes to go. 10 points the difference. Matthew Williams. You need the Cowgirls to win. Fingers crossed. Jeremiah Nanai on report. Oh, is that all? High contact into a falling player. That's what he's on report for. Smitty says second half way more entertaining as a Raiders fan. Second half way more entertaining as a footy fan. For sure, Smitty. Six more for the Raiders. Horsburgh takes it up to halfway. And Italia, ahoy. Papali'i, dummies. That's tackle 1, 40 out. The Raiders just starting to get themselves on top here. Another set restart. Another 6 again. 30 meters out. I am not going to say anything on live stream. Genitalia. KO Weeks is taken down. 10 out from the line. The crash ball for Matty Nicholson. Penalty to the Raiders. And 10 in the bin. Cohen Hess has been sent for 10 in the bin. Cohen Hess has been sent to the bin. Is this a huge game-changing moment? Wow. 10 in the bin for Cohen Hess. Never retreated the 10. All right. 10 minutes with 23 to go. The Raiders have a man advantage. Paddy goes out to Fogarty. Numbers to the left, but it's a loose pass. Strange is wrapped up by Clifford. Big defense from Jake Clifford. 20 out from the line here. Play 3, Hudson Young. Held up by Bateman. 10 out from the line. Fogarty, dummies inside, goes inside the second time for Mariota Hotels. And he's held up just a couple of meters short. Paddy to Big Red. Oh, Hudson Young it is, sorry, who pops it back for Owen Paddy. They're half a meter short, the Raiders. 5th and last. They go short side. Chris puts the grubber kick through. It's way too heavy. And honestly, Tamale was about 17 meters offside anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. And that's a poor 5th tackle option. The Cowboys have been let off the hook there. Playing the ball, though, to nobody. They've got away with it. 21 and a half minutes to go in the game. 10 points the difference. Cowboys a man down. Cowboys a man down. Here's Bateman. Breaks away from a couple of tackles. Offloads. Tackle 3, 40 meters out from the try line here. The Cowboys. Dearden to Clifford out the back for Drinkwater. Almost opens up for him. Drinkwater not held. Gets up, goes again. Offloads for Dearden in midfield. Dearden beats one. Straightens. And he's taken down inside the 20. Tackle 4. McIntyre heads back to this near side. He'll play it fifth and last. 10 meters out from the line in midfield. They go right for service, and it's been spilt. Knocked on the fifth and last, and that's really, really poor. Really poor there from the Cowboys. Drape Mongreen says, give Dan a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a middle finger. If you want, just hit like. Yes, thank you very much. It really doesn't matter to me. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It's all, what's the word? It's all engagement with the video. YouTube doesn't care if it's a thumbs up or thumbs down. Engagement is engagement. So, hey, go for it all. Layla Minty 01 says, my money is on Raiders for a comeback. Oh, drinks break for the second half. Second half drinks break. Oh, we are approaching the final quarter of this game. The drinks break is being taken. Smitty says they should hire you as a commentator. I appreciate those kind words, Smitty, but yeah, they being mainstream media, they couldn't handle me. They couldn't handle me at all. Honestly, imagine me on the telly telling it like it is. Yeah, they couldn't handle that at all. Justin Tarkowski says, has a team ever stopped a team, a man down, without giving a try? Plenty. Plenty. It happens all the time. Well, not all the time. All the time implies every single time, I suppose, but it happens a lot. As a matter of fact, some teams actually lift when they're a man down, and their defense, for some reason, becomes even stronger. So, yeah, being a man down does not automatically equate that the Cowboys are going to leak points. Drinks break done and dusted. It is the Raiders in possession. Here's Big Red, Corey Horsburgh. 20 minutes to go. We are in the final quarter of this match. 10 points the difference. I predicted golden point. Let's see. 10 points. Certainly not insurmountable. Cowboys a little further ahead than I thought that they would be. Mariota up to halfway. Dumped by Bateman. Matty Nicholson. Oh, that's Hudson Young again, who offloads. Strange tries to get away from Clifford. Clifford holds on for dear life. Fifth and last. 30 meters out here. The Raiders. Fogarty puts it high. This is a contestable kick. Drinkwater under pressure. Tapped back by the Raiders. It's still there. Nicholson's got it. And he spills it forward. Cowboys have the ball. They'll get the scrum. Or they'll play the ball, sorry. 10 meters out. Rock My Balls says time remaining for the guy in the bin. Probably still about 7 minutes. About 7 minutes, because it only just happened. Cohen Hess a couple of sets ago. So, yeah, probably about 7 minutes still left in the bin there for Cohen Hess. 19 minutes left. Then what's happened here? Pats on the back from the Raiders. The Cowboys, I think, have just ballsed up this play the ball. Game ML, ahoy. Odd Poppet, ahoy. Oh, no foot contact on the play the ball. Wow, that's unbelievable. That's a huge mistake. And Jim Condon with the $10 super chat. Cheers, Jim. Very much appreciate that, mate. Esky 685. Huge mistake by the Cowboys, Justin. Huge mistake. Not making contact with the foot on the play the ball. Here come the Raiders now. 10 out from the line on play 3. Weeks heads across field. Wrapped up by Purdue. Taken on tackle 4. 10 out from the line. Sasagi tries to just barrel his way over. Fifth and last now. a couple of meters short. Fogarty, crossfield kick. It's a little too heavy. It's going to land in the end goal, but it's been batted back. Play on at the moment. Valea is held with the ball. It'll be a goal line restart. Cowboys, goal line dropout, but they defused the bomb. That's the crucial part. Bomb defusal. Gamer Mel, a huge Melbourne Storm supporter. Did you watch the last game? Yes, and I am devastated, Gamer Mel, to report to you that I actually tipped the Dragons in the tipping contest. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I had to, because I knew that Melbourne weren't winning without Jerome Hughes, without Nelson, and without Nick Meaney. I apologize. I did tip the Dragons. 20 out from the line now, the Raiders. 17 minutes to go. Big Red, Corey Horsburgh. 10 meters out on play 2, right in midfield. Mariotta, big strong carry. They're getting ever closer here. The Raiders. Cowboys still a man down. Crash ball for Nicholson, but Nicholson flat-footed. Probably wasn't expecting it, to be honest. 6 more tackles has gone to the Raiders. And it's on now out to the left. 3 on 2, but Ethan Strange goes on his own. And he's wrapped up. Quick play the ball, and Tamale goes from dummy half. Tamale reaches out. Gets over the line, but Robert Derby gets his hand under the ball. Try's been awarded. Well, try's been awarded, but they'll have a look. Try's been awarded, but they will have a big look at this. Robert Derby had his hand under the ball. Did Tamale get it to ground? Well, they're all offside there anyway, the Cowboys. A mile offside. And Tamale does get that to ground. The try is good. The Raiders have scored. Tamale, 22-16, kick to come. 22-16, kick to come. Oh, well, that camera angle looks like it's short. Well short. That angle, try's been confirmed. Try's been confirmed. The rear angle looked like it was a try. Front angle looked like it was short. You can't really argue with it. Try's been confirmed. Tamale scores. 22-16. Conversion to come. The conversion will be from out wide. Certainly not a gimme. Absolutely not a gimme. This is a difficult kick. Jamal Fogarty, though, is a goal-kicking machine. Mel, KSC Mama, ahoy. It's not the most difficult kick. He's about 10 meters in from touch. 20 meters out on the favored side for a right foot kicker. He should put it through. He absolutely should put this through. It's not a gimme, but it's not outrageously difficult. Fogarty moves in, puts it right down the middle. 22 points to 18. 4 points in it. 15 minutes to go. Cohen Hess still in the sin bin. Sharks, Bulldogs warming up. There's Nico Hines. There's Will Kennedy. That one coming up after this, of course. Oh, looks like lots of rain there as well at Shark Park. Two minutes left in the sin bin for Cohen Hess. Raiders finishing strong. They've gone back to back. Clifford with the restart. Raiders take it on their own goal line. And winding up a big charge there. I believe that was Mariotta. "20 meters out from their own try line. Skyfinks, oi mate. I went for the Cowboys in this one. Genitalia says it's been raining down here all day since yesterday. It's been raining non-stop here in Brisbane since Monday. Crazy amounts of rain at the moment. Straight up the middle. Go the Raiders. 40 meters out from the line. Fifth and last. Front foot ball. Fogarty puts the ball high into the corner. Contestable kick. The Raiders are flying through. Pressure on Drinkwater. And Drinkwater's tackled in the end goal. Risky offload there to Taulagi. It's going to be a goal line dropout. Oh, the Cowboys are self-destructing here. The Raiders starting to believe. This game is turning. Cohen Hess cannot get back on the field quick enough here for the Cowboys. Tupac, Gahoy. Cowboys go short with the restart. Dropped by the Raiders. Dived on by the Cowboys. That's a huge turnover. That is a massive turnover here for the Cowboys. Success from the short dropout. And now a penalty. A piggyback penalty upfield. The Raiders too slow to get off the tackle. And this is a relieving penalty to put them out of their own end. Cohen Hess will be back on the field. Back to 13 on 13. Wow. This game is giving us everything. Cowboys back to a full complement. Cohen Hess is back on. And they're 40 meters out from their own line to start this set. Cletus is picked up and carried backwards. Since the Cohen Hess sin bin, 71% possession to the Raider. And here, back on the field is Cohen Hess. Oh, he's fired up. He's fresh. Down the short side, Clifford to Valea, 20 meters out from the line. Tupac says, I'm done supporting Raiders, Dan. That's why I changed my name. Guess who? Viking King. Is that Viking King? Viking King is now King Tupac. Drinkwater throws the cutout pass to Taulagi. It bounces up kindly for him. That could have gone anywhere. Fifth and last, Dearden, 20 out, puts the ball high. Contestable kick in midfield. Tap back by the Cowboys. Play on. Numbers to Burn to the right. Bateman, pass it, you goof. Sends it out now to Robert Derby. Puts the second kick in, and the Raiders come down with it. Canberra have it 5 out from their own try line. And there are a lot of green jerseys down. Very slow to get back up. A lot of hands on heads is the effect of the weather starting to take its toll. The Raiders down and out, players in back play. Lots of hands on hips, lots of hands on heads. They are running out of steam. Sungi looking for an offload, gets it. A pop pass over the top, some space for Xavier Savage, who cuts back in field. Savage has got support, doesn't give the pass. Xavier Savage doesn't pass it. Owen Paddy was in under the post. Fifth and last, Nicholson. Flat pass there for KO Weeks, and he is held in the tackle. Well, Xavier Savage has just ruined that. Xavier Savage gives this ball to Owen Paddy, and the Raiders are in under the post. He held on to it. The Cowboys scramble and hold on. Pass it, Xavier. Pass it. The Cowboys hold on. Robert Derby now brings it out. The Raiders, though, they look out on their feet. Let's be honest. They are out on their feet. Surely the Cowboys finish over the top here. On halfway, 10 minutes to go. Dearden down the short side to Purdue. Purdue is just brought down. Timico holds on by the jersey, spills the ball. Penalty, Cowboys. Penalty to the Cowboys. Take the 2. 10 minutes left, up by 4. Take the shot at 2. For the love of God, please take the shot at 2. Raiders with the captain's challenge. Raiders are challenging the call. Yeah, Timoko holding on there, clearly holding on to the jersey. The Raiders have challenged. They're still looking at it. Yep, Timoko continues with the hand in. And this penalty stands. Take the 2. I'm telling you, it's not an easy kick. It's not an easy kick. 30 meters out, 10 in from touch. Take the 2, make it a 6-point game. They've put it into touch 20 meters out. The Cowboys going in for the kill here. Dearden onto McLean. Yeah, I predicted Golden Point, so I might be a little bit biased in that call. 6 again here for the Cowboys. Taumalolo's been bent over backwards, and this is a penalty right out in front. And this is big, big problems here for the Raiders. This is going to be a sin bin. This is a blatant hip drop on Taumalolo right out in front. Well, it's not really a hip drop. It's a dangerous tackle, though. It is dangerous contact. And this is Corey Horsburgh's in trouble here. Corey Horsburgh's in big trouble. That'll be on report. Penalty right out in front for the Cowboys. And now, surely you take the 2. This is a gift 2 points. This is a gift 2 points. You surely take the 2 here. Right out in front, 5 meters from the line. Gift 2 points. Corey Horsburgh on report. Penalty Cowboys just on report. And they are taking the 2 here to make it a 6-point ball game. Common sense prevails. Nine minutes left. The Cowboys are about to make it a 6-point ball game. The original Jerry says also, why do they play the Viking horn when Canberra score? It's a Cowboys home game. I'm pretty sure, original Jerry, that's just part of the TV broadcast, and they do that for every game. They do that for every single game. Whoever scores points, they play the sounds home and away, and I'm pretty sure that is not, I could be wrong. Pretty sure it's not actually at the ground. It's just for the TV broadcast. Please correct me if I'm wrong, though, because I have not been to a game for so long. I stay here in the comfort of my own home, and I broadcast them on social media. It's been a long time since I've been to a game, but I'm pretty sure that is solely for the broadcast, and I do agree that it is stupid. It's ridiculous. The team sounds for when they score points is silly. I don't like it. But anyway, I digress. 24 points to 18. The Cowboys in the lead, and Taumalolo, full of running now, takes the kickoff, heads off the back fence. 7 minutes 40 to go. Cowboys up by 6. Oh, sloppy play the ball. Lucky to get away with that. We've seen those getting called. Down the short side, Bateman bumps away from Sebastian Chris. Takes it up over the 40. Through the hands now. Dearden to Drinkwater. Cutting back in field. Jeremiah Nanai takes it up over halfway on the fifth and last. 7 minutes to go. The referee's whistle is blown because the Cowboys have not played the ball properly. Second time tonight. No contact with the foot. Jeremiah Nanai, you great big goof. Opportunity here for the Raiders. 50 meters out. Full set of 6. Absolute gift. 6.5 to play. Hudson Young held up. Driven backwards. 40 out from the line. 6.5 left. I mean, how do you not play the ball properly? I mean, honestly, how do you not make contact with the ball when you play the ball? It's insane. It's insane. And I'm so glad, by the way, I'm so glad that they are cracking down on that in 2025. I need a goofy soundboard button. I love that idea. That's fantastic. That needs to happen. Fifth and last now, Raiders. 10 out, right in front of the post. They go left. Fogarty out the back to Strange. Strange holds the ball up and throws it forward. Cowboys back in possession. The Cowboys have survived. Poor fifth tackle option there from the Raiders. 5.5 to go. And the Cowboys are holding on. The original Jerry says, train 7 days a week and can't play a ball properly. And Jerry, may I throw in, train 7 days a week and get paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars and can't play a ball properly. 30 meters out. Nanai gets up and goes again. He wasn't held. 20 meters out now. Beats another tackle. He's 10 out from the line. Nanai on tackle 4 in midfield. Dearden cuts back in field. Tom Dearden scores the match winner. Tom Dearden scores. Tom Dearden wins the game for the Cowboys, surely, with 4 minutes to play. Tom Dearden with the try. Finding space out of dummy half. And the Cowboys are surely home. $28 points to 18. Kick to come. Try confirmed. Tom Dearden had a lot to do. Breaks through 2 tackles. Fights his way over the line. Plants the ball down. Cowboys have done it. The Cowboys have done it. And Ming the Merciless, his job is safe for another week. Four minutes left to play. Be right back. Well, 3 minutes 40 to go in this game. 30 points to 18. The Cowboys have surely done enough. And they have the ball here 10 meters out. The Raiders went short with the restart. Cowboys have come down with it. Raiders just didn't have the gas, said Smitty. And it comes back to kind of what we talked about, isn't it? We talked about, will the Raiders be able to go the full 80 in these conditions? Short side, Dearden takes the line on again. Fifth and last on halfway. 3 minutes left to play. And Clifford thumps it into the Raiders' defense, gets the ball back, kicks again. And it's been tapped forward. It's sitting up for the Cowboys here. Offside. Xavier Savage is offside here as he dives on that ball. And they've got away with pure murder there, the Raiders. Well, Xavier Savage was only about 50 meters offside when he dived on that ball. Thankfully, it will have no impact on the result. Raiders in possession. Matty Colkin, who's my multi in the next game? So I've gone Nickera. Oh, 40-20 on here for the Raiders. 40-20. Owen Paddy. Well, Owen Paddy, I've called that for a couple of weeks. Remember, for those of you who join the streams regularly, I said, if there's a market in your bookmaker for a 40-20, put Owen Paddy in every single week. And there he is. Gregor Orchard. Ahoy, mate. A meter out from the line. Here come the Raiders. Horsburgh, dummies, flat-footed, gets the offload away to Young. Young gets the ball ripped away by Jake Clifford, and then Jake Clifford spills it. Cowboys knock it on with a minute and a half to go. The Raiders will get the ball back. Cowboys captain's challenge. Why not, I suppose? Why not? If they've got it to use, why not use it? Cruiser. I've got the Bulldogs, no Burton, no Kickow. I've got the Sharks winning 8+. Challenge unsuccessful as we thought it would be. A minute and a half to go. Raiders will get the ball back. So, multi for the next game. Nickera, Montoya, Stone Street. Nickera, Montoya, Stone Street, Ero. Nickera, Montoya, Stone Street, Ero. And 10 meters out from the line, here goes Tamale. Still fighting his way towards the line. 5 meters out here. A minute to go. Hudson Young. Back for Ethan Strange. Dummies the inside ball. They go outside. Fogarty to Nicholson. Nicholson with the fend. 10 minutes to go. 10 meters out. 1 minute to go. Sorry. Crash ball there for Hudson Young. Hudson Young goes close. He's half a meter out, Hudson. Oh, that would have been great. Tick off the multi. Grubber kick through by Fogarty. Robson collects it in the end goal. And he is happy to surrender in the tackle. And the Cowboys can start to celebrate. The Cows can start to celebrate this one. Because victory is surely theirs with 10 seconds to go. Well, I feel like this game's run long, right? Because this next game is like ready to kick off in like 2 minutes. Penalty to the Raiders. Time's up anyway. All right. 30 points to 18. The Cowboys have defeated Ricky's Green Goblins. Sharks, Bulldogs coming up. I've got to get ready for that stream. Wow, that really... I feel like this game must have gone long. This game must have gone long. All right. Anyway, Wastewater Sports. I'm going to end this stream. We'll be right back. Sharks, Bulldogs, coming up. Thanks for being with us here on this one. Another stream starting momentarily. Sharks, Bulldogs.